Jeez, I know trailers are late nowadays, but this is dropping it right at the buzzer. This movie is 2 months away from release, and they just now release a trailer. I guess they were too busy with the PR nightmare known as Snow White and trying to do damage control to give a shit about the other one. So now we have a trailer for Lilo and Stitch, and really the only reason I'm doing this video is because I kind of feel obligated to, because I know I'm going to get a ton of people asking me what I thought of this trailer in whatever my next review or video is, so I feel like just tackling it right now. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I know a lot of you are expecting me to do some kind of over-the-top reaction like a lot of other people would, and overblow this and say this is going to be the worst thing ever. And don't get me wrong, this is not good. My problem with this is that it's fucking lame. I will give this trailer, and I guess the movie in general, unless we're only seeing the only good parts of this in the trailer, which I find very unlikely, is the special effects. And the only reason I'm praising this, because it probably has a huge budget, so normally I wouldn't praise this, but Disney's special effects have not been good recently. Now, I'm seeing Captain America tomorrow, and from what I've heard, the special effects in that one are incredibly good. But again, that's Marvel. They usually do have good CGI, apart from maybe one shot in some movies. And then people overblow it to say that the movie has crap CGI. So that's not really what I mean. But take a look at stuff like, well, Snow White, Seven Dwarves, and that tells you all you need to know. None of these remakes have had that great of CGI since 2019, where Aladdin and Lion King looked very good. Even though Lion King sucked major lion balls, the effects looked very impressive, even if the expressions were not so impressive. But not only do the effects look good, anything that is CGI, which is the aliens really, they all have personality to them, especially Stitch. Again, every time I've talked about this film, because all they've shown is the CGI Stitch, I guess that was their big marketing campaign, just, hey, look, Stitch looks good, and then they're kind of just shitting out this trailer silently. But the rest of this trailer was just lame. And I'll be perfectly honest, I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch in a couple years. And honestly, I've only seen it once. And I like it. I'm not going to say I only saw it once because I didn't like it, but I did enjoy the film. It wouldn't exactly be in like my top 10 animated Disney films or anything, not even close. But I did enjoy it, which I did not expect, because anything I had seen of it before, I didn't really grab me. But this was around the time when I was kind of trying to catch up on all the ones I hadn't seen, ones like Lilo and Stitch, Treasure Planet, Great Mouse Detective, movies like that, ones that I hadn't seen yet, and I thoroughly remember enjoying the film, but I'll be perfectly honest, I don't remember a lot about it. I'll probably rewatch it before this comes out, but at the time of this recording, I haven't seen it in about 2 years-ish. So I'm a little so I don't know if this is exactly a shot-for-shot remake, though if my best guess is that it's not, and at least thank God for that. But there is nothing in this trailer that looks appealing. This could be a fully original film. I would have seen the trailer and just went, you know what, it's an interesting concept, but the rest of the trailer is just, it's just Stitch doing a bunch of stupid shit, and then there's a couple of references to the original movie, there's a couple of very, very bad attempts at comedy, and that's about it. And again, like I said, the only thing that's really impressive about this trailer is the CGI, and that has kind of and again, that has an asterisk over it. It should look good. I shouldn't have to praise it for that, because this probably had a massive budget. And I just did a video about movies that I think will flop at the box office, and I briefly mentioned Lilo and Stitch and said it could go either way. If I were to hazard a guess, I'd say this one is probably closer to losing money territory. I don't know what the budget was for this film. They probably won't release those numbers for a while. Or at least, even if they do, they won't release the actual numbers. And if you know about the whole Little Mermaid debacle, you know what I mean there. Long story short, they basically and the same thing happened with the Flash movie with Warner Bros. They kept trying to underplay how much the movie actually cost, saying it's like, oh, it's around $200 million, maybe a bit more, where it seems like the actual number, especially with all the reshoots and everything, added up to probably closer to $300 million, and ditto for the Flash. So I wouldn't be shocked if they tried to spin this movie as, say, $100 million, and then it actually turned out it was like $180 to $200 million. That wouldn't shock me in the slightest. But either way, again, and this is yet another remake where nobody wanted this. And let me put it this way. There are Disney films that I feel like could be remade, but they should be ones that either that had a good concept but squandered it in execution. Ones like, I would be totally down for a Black Cauldron remake, as long as it's not another shot-for-shot remake, and you cut Gurgi because he's essentially Disney's version of Jar Jar Binks. But a Black Cauldron, or Atlantis, or Treasure Planet, or one of those kinds of movies, I'd be all for a remake. Hell, I'd be down for an animated remake with modern technology instead of a live-action one. Those are the ones you should be doing, not the ones that people really, really like. Again, don't do the Renaissance movies. Don't do the big classic ones from back in the 30s and 40s, and definitely don't be doing a Bambi remake, for God's sake. And yes, if you remember my 10 Disney movies and shows that are guaranteed to suck from... crap, that was like 2 years ago at this point. It's closer to a year and a half. But I had the Bambi remake on there. So, because, yes, that's real. They're also doing ones like Hunchback of Notre Dame, which, that's another one that one is, I'm okay with, but, again, they're gonna fuck it up somehow. I think a Hercules 1 is in production. Ugh. How long is it gonna be till these remakes die out? I would hope not long, but Disney's creatively bankrupt, so you know these remakes are just not gonna stop. But that's all I got. Let me know what you thought of this trailer, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.